Sonic 2, one of the most popular games from the franchise. Maybe it's not the best Sonic game ever, but one thing that this game beats every other game from the franchise is its development. Having so much scrap content, including 12 scrap zones. Or at least that's what I think the number is. A lot of people said 12. And with so many changes to the game done, there will end up being a lot of mysteries, such as the original order of the zones, whatever the heck Olympus was supposed to be, and the one reason why I made this video, what was the original purpose for each track. More specifically, the ones created for the zones. What's up guys, Dev here and welcome back to my channel, and today, with the help of a theory,
game theory,
I'll try my best to find out which zones were supposed to use which track. But first, how exactly do we find this? Method 1. We can find this through level slots of the prototypes, most specifically Simon Y. The level order in Simon Y almost respects the one seen in the maps that represent the first timeline of Sonic 2. And there are zones that have different songs compared to the final cut, which would be later confirmed to have been the original tracks. Now, one problem is that a few level slots use as placeholders songs that are already used in the prototype, and that makes the situation a bit harder. Second method, we look into Masato Nakamura's demos made for Sonic 2, and method 3, we just go with their vibe. However, most of the time the vibes wouldn't really matter. Now, I don't really want to get into much detail with how I came to this conclusion, so I've decided to just say every single zone from the game that did make the cut and say in order which theme fulfilled its purpose or not. Starting with Emerald Hill's theme fulfilled it, Chemical Plant's theme fulfilled it. Aquatic Ruins situation, it's weird because in the timeline map it does not appear, but in the prototype it does, as well as its theme. And the track isn't anywhere else other than Aquatic Ruins, so it's pretty safe to assume that the theme fulfilled its role. So let's continue. Carnival Night's theme fulfilled it, Hilltop's theme fulfilled it, Mystic Cave's theme fulfilled it, Oil Ocean's theme actually was supposed to have been used for Scrap Zone Sand Shower, a desert level, which also has sense considering its erratic fields, so we have the first zone to not actually have its originally supposed theme. Metropolis theme fulfilled it. Sky's Chase theme was originally purposed for Rockworld, a scrapped winter themed level. Wing Fortress theme was purposed for the Death Egg, which while shortened, it did make the cut. Death Egg's theme was purposed for Scrap Zone Cyber City, and from the 2-player mode, which I'll abbreviate to 2P, Casino Night's theme was actually purposed for Oil Ocean, once again, a zone that did make the cut. Now, it's pretty interesting that a few songs were not used for the initial zones, even if they made it in the game, but I think I know why. Sand Shower's theme was not fitting for any zone in the game other than Oil Ocean. After all, Arabs and oil are known most of the times as a perfect couple, and that's why Oil Ocean's initial track might have been relegated to 2-player mode theme. As for Cyber City's theme, Wing Fortress was definitely a new level that had no song yet, so obviously Cyber City's song should have filled the spot. However, the song was incredibly ominous and metallic, and it didn't fit the Flying Bass's vibes very well. So they had no other choice but to give it to Death Egg, while the originally meant track for Death Egg would go to Wing Fortress. Now, these are obviously not confirmed as the real reasons, but just from the vibes of these tracks, we can form a possible reason as for why it happened. And just like that, we have all the songs that have their purpose confirmed, which means only a few tracks are left. And those are Emerald Hill 2P, Mystic Cave 2P, the 10th song from the soundtrack which is left unused, I'll call it Unused 10, and the 2P Results theme. Anyway, how do we associate them with any level? Or exactly, can we even associate them in the first place? For this, I've decided to use the map utilized to tell the first timeline's order of Sonic 2 zones and to do another enumeration. This time, I'll say the name of the zones appearing on the map and the songs that were purposed for each one of them. However, the songs are going to be named after their role given in the final cut of the game. Starting with Emerald Hill, Ocean Wind, unknown, Woods, unknown, Sand Shower, Oil Ocean, Metropolis, Tropical Sun, unknown, Hilltop, Blue Lake, unknown, Rock World, Sky Chase, Hidden Palace, technically unknown, Aquatic Ruins, most likely Aquatic Ruins, Mystic Cave, Oil Ocean, Casino Night 2B, Casino Night, Chemical Plant, Cyber City, Death Egg, Wing Fortress. As you saw, there are a few zones that have no confirmed track yet, and those are Ocean Wind, Woods, Tropical Sun, Blue Lake, Hidden Palace. And here's the problem. There are 4 tracks with no purpose confirmed and 5 songless zones. The numbers are not equal. So, what am I going to do? Simple. We go with a theory. The Hidden Palace theory, which is the reason why I said technically unknown. The 10th track was always associated more with Hidden Palace than Mystic Cave 2P by a lot of people, including myself. After all, the feels of Unused 10 are a lot more atmospheric and mysterious than the fast-paced vibe of the other track. However, as much as I want Unused 10 to be the real theme for Hidden Palace, there are a few problems. 1. Mystic Cave 2P's theme was, from what I remember, always used in prototypes for Hidden Palace. And that's why Sega, Sonic Team, Christian Whitehead used this song for the zone. Now, there's also another theory that Mystic Cave 2P was actually purposed for Wood Zone, which I can see why that would be the case. Masa used a lot of bongos for the demo, which does fit the nature aesthetic. But speaking of Masa's demos, Unused 10 also has a small problem too. Now, while Unused 10 does have the perfect length of a zone theme, in the original demo, compared to any level song that would end with a fade, Unused 10 ends with an actual outro that isn't seen in the final cut. And that only indicates one thing, and that is the fact that it was meant to be a cutscene song. Or at least a transitional theme, probably for the war points shown on the maps. However, it could have been also repurposed for the zone by removing its outro, which can be somewhat proved by the fact that Unused 10 was used in Final Cut for Hidden Palace, though both tracks and the corrupted zone were literally in an extra slot that was literally inaccessible without unorthodox methods. I mean, just look at this, it's a freaking mess. But if that was true, why wasn't it already used in prototypes, and why wasn't Mystic Cave 2P used for Woods instead of Metropolis theme? We'll probably never know which theory is correct, but considering the amount of evidence related to the situation, I'll stick to my Hidden Palace theory. And if that's the case, we now have 2 more songs left, but also 4 zones left, so the numbers are even less equal than before. And now I come with my next theory, the zone elimination theory, in which I'm going to get rid of 2 zones from the 4 that might have never had a song in the first place, and those I consider to be the least developed zones from the list. Woods did have a lot of development inside the game, and while Blue Lake was scrapped very early, it did have at least concepts for enemies, mechanics, and level layouts. Actually, I'm pretty sure the enemies did have sprites made for the game. And this leaves Ocean Wind and Tropical Sun, the zones that not only didn't make it past the concept art stage, but the only thing we have of them are pictures with their visual identity. Other than that, nothing. So it's very likely that those ones were scrapped before Masa created the demos. So just like that, we finally have an equal number. 2 songs and 2 zones. If we go by 5, Emerald Hill 2P is mostly fitting for woods, mostly because I don't think it really fits an underwater zone. But the track is always associated with 2 particular zones because it's shared between the prototype level slots 05 and 06, which are given to Tropical Sun and Blue Lake. Yeah, just from that you already know this was supposed to be used for Blue Lake. And this leaves us with probably one of the most random pairs possible. The 2P Results song as the theme for woods. Now, the Results song is as long as the average zone theme, but it was never known for what exactly it was supposed to be used for. Some people say it could have been used for Ocean Wind, which again, I also believed at one point, but I just can't believe the zone was ever considered to have a song because of its early cancellation. Similarly with Tropical Sun. And Woods' officially associated track is Metropolis Zone's theme, which was obviously not used for woods. I mean, just listen to the Masa demo for the track. Does it sound like a forest theme to you? Yeah, that's what I thought. In conclusion, in the situation that my theories do come true, Aquatic Ruins theme was purposed from the very beginning for Aquatic Ruins. Unused 10 was only used for transitional purposes. The Mystic Cave 2P theme was used for Hidden Palace, and Ocean Wind and Tropical Sun never had any songs created. I might have just solved a very important mystery, but only if I'm proved right. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more content, and I'll see you next time. Ciao.